Hello, this is Stampy and welcome to a Minecraft Let's Play video. Today I got a very special video for you because 4J has just released Title Update 9, which is jolly good because they released it one day earlier than they said they would. So thank you for that, 4J and Microsoft. And what that means is I can do a very special video where I go through and show you everything new that they've added, all of the new exciting additions, and then you can go off in Minecraft and play them all for yourselves. I'm also going to be joined by Elfily in this video, who is going to be my assistant and also my demonstrator. He's going to show you how a lot of this stuff works as I go through it all. And let's not waste any time, let's get straight to it, because the quicker I finish doing this, the quicker I can go and play all of this stuff, and so can you. So I'm going to start with some of the new items they've added. One of my favourite new additions are these, and these are called item frames. I think they're called item frames or picture frames. Yeah, item frames. And you basically place them on a wall, and then you can put any item inside them. And if you press left trigger, you can spin it around as well. And it's good for decoration as well as storing items. Say I can store my breakfast here above my lovely massive bed. Yeah, this is my bed, by the way. This is where I sleep. And down here is where Lee sleeps, down here in this little cave down here. And he's got a cobweb and a picture of a cobweb next to it. Oh, I love it. I love it. Anyway, let's not waste any time, sorry. Let's get to the new additions. There's also a new thing, which I hadn't heard of before, called fire chargers. And they work a bit like flint and steel, but you can actually only use them once. And they can also be fired out of dispensers, and I'm going to show you that a little bit later on. And there Lee is demonstrating the effects of fire. Are you enjoying that, Lee? You having fun there? Demonstrate it. No, he's not. Okay, sorry. I'll put the fire out. Oh no, there's another one. It's spreading. I'm still spreading. Right. Another new addition, they've also added wooden buttons, and if I place it down there, you can see that it's quite good for camouflaging. If I go back here, and Lee doesn't stand in the way, you can't see the button at all. Actually, stand back there, Lee. Stand back to where you were. There we go. Now the button's completely camouflaged and you can't see it at all. All you can see is the back of Lee's head. And that's actually kind of different to the PC, because on the PC, if you fire an arrow at it and you hit it dead on, it will actually set off the button. But I don't believe on the Xbox it does that. Well, we haven't got it working anyway, so either something we don't know or it doesn't work properly yet. But it still looks quite cool. They've also added Nether Brick, and I'm going to get to that a little bit later on. There's also some new items you can craft. You can now craft sandstone stairs, and there's also two different colours of wooden plank. You can have spruce and birch wooden plank, as well as stairs and half slabs, and half slabs for nether brick as well, which is quite handy, which is why I built my house out of this lovely wooden colour scheme there. Also, vines have had a bit of a change because you can now climb them. They're used a lot like ladders, as you can actually climb up them, exactly the same as you would a ladder. Which is good for adventure maps and parkour maps and stuff. I don't know, it just looks quite cool as well. But if it's dangling, if it's not against a wall, then you can't climb up it. Also, gravel looks different. This is what gravel looks like now. It kind of looks like almost a completely different block, but trust me, that is definitely gravel, and it looks so much nicer than the old gravel, which was probably like the most disgusting looking block in Minecraft. So if you've got a gravel path or something, it should just look that little bit nicer now. And here I'm going to show you how to make nether brick. All you need to do, get some pretty much bog standard netherrack, shove it into a furnace, and then you can smelt the netherrack and make that into nether brick, and you can then use that to make like nether brick fences and nether brick blocks and all sorts of stuff like that. So if you've got a world made before a lot of the most recent updates, it's a very easy way for you to get a load of nether brick and build things out of it. Also, some of the items that are stackable have now changed. You can now stack signs and buckets into stacks of 16, which is useful. But if you fill them full of something like lava or milk or water, you can't stack filled buckets, which is a little bit annoying, but it doesn't really matter too much. Also, you can now activate fences by using redstone. So if I pull this lever, I can open and close the fence from a distance, which probably won't affect things too much, but it's a pretty nice handy addition to the game. They've also changed some of the recipes for crafting things. You can now craft a stone button by just using one smooth stone block. Also, making signs is easier now. You only need 6 wooden planks and 1 wooden stick to make 3 signs. And also half slabs as well. With 3 wooden plank blocks, you can make 6 half slabs of wood, which is useful. Also, in NPC villages, the blacksmith's chests have a chance to having good items. And here's Bob the blacksmith, who has bought some of his items. And these are some of the stuff that you can find. And there's some pretty good stuff. It's very similar to the stuff you find in Strongholds. And there's iron and golden apples and armor and swords and stuff. And obsidian as well, kind of randomly. So if you are playing on survival, and there's an NPC village near you, make sure you go and find the blacksmith. And I'm going to let Bob out. I'm going to let Bob free. I'm going to allow Bob to run free and sort of explore around my world for a bit. Nope, you're not interested? Nothing you want to see? You want to stay in there? All right, Bob, you can stay in there. Also, a very small addition is now that you can place trapdoors onto half slabs and stairs as well. So, I don't know, it's just an easier way to place half slabs. It's a bit more discreet, isn't it, rather than having a massive block. And there Lee is demonstrating how well large pits work at killing people. Very nice. They've also changed the range in which jukeboxes work. If I start playing my favourite song, Chirp, and I go all the way here over to the other side of my house, you'll hear that I can pretty much hear it at the exact same volume, and I could go really far away and still be able to hear the jukebox playing, which is quite nice. Unfortunately now, though, I'm going to have to go through a bunch of the more boring stuff and some of the stuff that they've changed to the menus and the tutorial world and stuff. But to make sure you don't get bored, I've hired Lee to dance for me. So he's got a little dance platform here. And so Lee is going to keep you entertained while I read through some of the smaller additions they've made. They've made smoother colour transitions between biomes, so like the floor doesn't look so drastically different as you switch between different biomes. They've now made it so that players can block even when it's unchecked, so that they can build and mine. So if they're getting attacked, they can still defend themselves. It also doesn't show the achievement warning when loading up a world on creative mode, as long as you've already saved that world in creative mode once before. They've also generally improved the lighting and improved the loading and save times, although personally I haven't noticed a big difference myself. They've also updated the how to play menu, so there's more information for the new additions to the game. They've also added some quite cool new options to change the HUD size and stuff. If you go to settings, then user interface, I can change the size of the HUD, so I could have it really small like that or really massive. And you can do that both for full screen and split screen. They've also added the ability to change the animated character in death messages. So if I turn death messages off, that way it won't come up on screen. And also if I turn off the animated character screen, you'll see if I crouch, in the top left-hand corner, you can't see a little version of me. And that's quite useful, I suppose, if you're doing some sort of machinima or screening like that. And they've also added a very useful option for me in order to let you reset the Nether. And you do that from the main menu screen. When loading up a world, in more options, there's an option to reset the Nether, which is something that I would definitely be doing. It's very useful if you made a world before the 1.8.2 update. And they've also made some additions to the tutorial world. They've made it so that there's a few more hidden music discs. 6 of the music discs they've relocated, as well as some new additions to show us some of the stuff in the world. And I'm not going to go through all of the bug fixes and all of that stuff, but I will have them all in the description. But the biggest bug fix they've made is the ender pearl glitch, where you would throw an ender pearl, then leave the game, and then it would crash that person's Xbox. That doesn't happen anymore, which is jolly good news. And Lee, I've done it. I've got through it all. You can stop dancing. You can have a rest. You can have a cake as your reward. Come here. You can come and eat that cake and have something to eat. You did a very good job there. Anyway, let's go outside and show you some more of the interesting stuff. Here you can see I got a bunch of sheep. I have a white sheep, a pink sheep, and a purple sheep. And if I wanted to shear these sheep, as I often do, their wool will now grow back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shear all of these sheep, and then hopefully at some point they're going to eat some grass, and then their wool will grow back, which is very good if you're on survival and you want large amounts of like a certain colour wool. You can just dye your sheep, and they'll keep growing that wool back. That way you don't have to kill them and breed them and stuff. They've also added one of the other biggest additions to the game, and I'm just going to dump some of my stuff here because my inventory is getting really full up. They've also added spawn eggs. You can spawn all of the different types of animals. So you can see I can here spawn chickens, squid, wolf, mushrooms, villagers, cows, sheep and pig. And there you go, you can see that one of my sheep there has already eaten some grass and grown its wool back. And so yeah, if I just place these eggs down here, whatever animal I chose will just spawn, which is really useful. You can also spawn mobs as well, but you want to be careful for this. I think this is mainly going to be used for adventure maps and stuff, and you can see there's all sorts of different types. There's slab slime, zombie pigmen, endermen, cave spiders, zombies, ghast, spiders, skeletons, creepers, villagers, mushrooms. Oh, wolves, sorry, that was in the wrong section. Oh, there we go. There's the animals again. So let's put down a slime, a zombie pigman, and a skeleton. And let's put them down here into this little pen here. There's my nice skeleton. Oh, that was probably a bad choice. Oh, there's a silverfish. I didn't mean to do that either. And there's a zombie pigman, and there's a slime. There we go. There's my cage full of googlies. Go on, Lee. Go and take them all out. Oh, no, the zombie pigman escaped. It's going after me. Get back. Leave me alone. Luckily, there's only one here. And oh, the skeleton's going after me as well. Get back. Oh, I think Lee died. Lee was killed by a zombie pigman. Go on, get the skeleton. Get the skeleton. Good job, Lee. You can also spawn ghasts as well, but I think that might be a bad idea to do that now. Should I put a creeper in? I think I got to spawn a creeper. The king of all of the mobs. The king of the googlies. There we go. We can put a nice creeper in the pen. Shut the pen! Shut the pen! No! Oh, no, and I ruined the next pen as well. Something else which is quite cool that you can do with spawn eggs is you can actually put them into dispensers, and then you can activate them by using redstone or a lever. So if I pull the lever, I get a squid! And yay! It's got an extension to its pen as well. And I'm just going to do that a few times and get myself a few squid. Yay! More than merrier. There we go. I think I've run out of squid. There is a limit to the amount of mobs and like animals and stuff you can have in the game, so you can't have absolutely endless amounts. You'll see that if I try and spawn another one in, it will just die because I got too many animals. That's why there's a load of ink sacs down there. Something else they've added, you can now have naturally generated beaches in your world. Unfortunately, I couldn't find one in this world, so Lee built a little makeshift beach down here, which looks very nice. I'm not going to do any sunbathing though, because it's night. Some other additions they've made is the way dispensers work. If you stay down there, sheep, and I press this button, you'll see that lava will come out. And Lee, be careful! Stay out of the testing area! You can see that you can actually place a bucket of lava into a dispenser, activate the dispenser, and then the lava will actually come out, rather than just the bucket coming out. And the same will here work with a bucket of water. If I press that, I get water coming out. Also, those fire chargers that I showed you earlier, if you put them in a dispenser, then press the button, you'll see that it actually fires there out of the dispenser. So you can go and just fire a bunch of them. And Lee, what are you doing? Stay away from there. And they're a bit weird. They kind of like really slowly float. It looks a bit like a gas fireball or something, doesn't it? The way it floats out. And oh, it's burning down the house, Lee. Lee, I fired too many. Quick, put the fire out. Put the fire out. I'll carry on showing some of the other stuff. This weird looking thing here, if you don't recognize it, this is called Netherwort, and it's already in the game. You could already do it, place it, sorry, in creative mode, but you can now actually grow it. If you put down some soul sand and just plant the Netherwort on it, it will actually grow on the overworld rather than just in the Nether. How are you on fire again? Did you just go and press the button? Oh, there's still a bit of fire, Lee. There's still a bit of fire on the house. Yeah, so this is something useful now for growing Netherwort in your house just to make potions and stuff like that. And look, all of my sheep have grown their wool back. How very nice. Anyway, it's time for us to go to the Nether now and show you some of the exciting additions they've made to the Nether. And don't worry, I haven't forgot about the End and the Enderdragon. We will go and check that out at some point in the future. Anyway, Lee, let's head to the Nether and show some of the new stuff there. There's not much major added to the Nether. I think the most exciting thing for me is... Oh my god, ghasts! Ghasts are very exciting! Get back! Why are you there waiting to greet me? Well, the ghasts got my attention. Ow! Ow, no, I'm on fire! I'm on fire, I'm on fire! Quick, eat my fish, eat my fish, eat my fish! Lee, save me, Lee! I'm running away! Well, welcome to the Nether, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting properly, like, pinned down here. He's after me. Anyway, one of the things they've changed, you might not believe it, they've actually made ghasts quieter because they were originally crazy loud, but apparently they've made it quieter. It doesn't sound very quiet, though. I feel like I'm in, like, a massive battle. They've also changed some additions to the Netherwort in here as well. You can see that Netherwort will automatically spawn anywhere where there's soul sand, and it will continue to generate there. I'm getting completely bombarded by these ghasts. You might not be able to hear it because of everything that's happened, but they've also added some new music. There's some unique music that only plays while you're inside the Nether. So once we get away from those ghasts, I'm going to be quiet for a bit and let you hear some of the unique music that plays while you're in the Nether. Yeah, you can hear it all sounds quite ominous. It's not as bright and cheery as the music that plays when you're in the overworld. Also, in Nether fortresses, they've increased the chances of spawning a Nether wart room. So if you're after Nether wart, you can reset your Nether, come down to the Nether fortress, and oh no, Lee burned to death again, and come to a room like this, where you can go and gather a whole bunch of Nether wart, which will be very useful for when doing your potions. And I know that I'm going to reset the Nether and head back down to try and find Nether fortresses, and I can kill some blaze to get some blaze rod. And you can hear the music now. It's really building up a bit. And oh, these ghasts are horrible. Leave me alone. I'm determined to kill it. I'm going to hit a fireball back at it. Right, ghast, stop bullying me. I got it. I killed it. I killed the ghast. That's what you get for annoying me. And oh, here's his brother. Here's his friend floating around. Right, I'm leaving you. I'm done. I'm done with the Nether. I'm going back home. I don't like it here. Quick, teleport me. I know one of the bug fixes they've made is with the ghast mucking up the Nether portal and making the game crash. I know they've sorted that out. Oh, look at the house! What's happened? What's happened to my beautiful house? We spent all morning building this. Oh, it's ruined. Bob! Quick, Bob, get out the house! If only it would rain. Oh, look, it's raining. Oh, I've had an answer from the heavens. He's going to save Bob and put the fire out of my house. How convenient. Oh, I love it. Anyway, time for the bit you've all been waiting for. Time for me to go to the end and fight the Enderdragon. Ah! I want to fought the spider first. You're not new, spider. I'm not interested by you. Yeah, so what you need to do, in order to go to the end, you can just build an end portal wherever you want. And you basically need, what was it, like 6, 7, 8, I think it's 12 end portals you just basically arrange. I'll show you in a second how to do it. But if you're playing on survival and you want to find an end portal, they're in Strongholds, and you need to get a Eye of Ender, and you throw it in the air like that, and it will basically go and fly in the direction of where a stronghold is that has an end portal. And so what you'll do is you'd throw it, let it fly in the air, then you'd go and stand to where it lands, and then throw another one. I did that earlier, and I managed to find myself a stronghold, and it's down here. And yeah, if you go down this big tunnel, this will lead to a stronghold, and we can go to the end. In the end, there is an Enderdragon, of course, and you need to try and kill the Enderdragon. And I believe if you kill it on Xbox, you get 71 XP. And the way you get the Eye of Enders, by the way, is by killing Endermen. So they're quite dangerous to get, but it's definitely worth it. It's kind of quite a good end boss. You also want to be careful in Strongholds, though, because there's these fellas, silverfish spawners. So I'm just going to put a torch on there so we don't get killed. They can be rather annoying. And here we go. This is what the end portal looks like. So you could just build this anywhere, but if you want to do it legit, you've got to come down to a stronghold. You just fill it up with the Eye of Enders, and then it should, hopefully, have a portal to the end. And here we go, into the end. This is what it looks like. I believe it looks slightly different to how it did on PC. I think they've changed the way the terrain is. Also, the Enderdragon has some new moves. It can now spit fire at you, which, well, lovely. Thanks for that, 4J. Thanks for adding the ability of the Enderdragon spitting fire at me. And oh, there's Endermen everywhere. And the way you take it out is by destroying these towers. There's like things, I don't know what they're called, on the top of these towers that heal the Enderdragon. So you need to go and try and destroy all of them and then take out the Enderdragon. But I'm not doing that now. I'm not going to go and try and kill the Enderdragon now because that would take too long. But if you do want to see me facing the Enderdragon, I am going to be doing a series with Ballistic Squid, a new Let's Play on a new survival world where the whole idea is to be going to try and take out the Enderdragon. And so I'll leave a link to that in the description once the first episode is online. But that's the end of the video. I've shown you everything that there is to see with the new update. As I said, there's going to be a few more bug fixes and minor additions that are going to be in the description to this video if you want to go and check them out. But apart from that, that's the end of this video. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye!